2 gardens on campus give the students an opportunity to enjoy fresh produce. Details coming ahead.
Tuition is rising here at the U. How will this impact students? I will have the details next in the live report.
The following program is produced entirely by students in the Department of Communication at the University of Utah.
It is called NewsBreak. But just what is NewsBreak?
A production for students, by students.
For 43 years this year as of 2015.
I'm going from state to state.
For everybody,
welcome to a brand new semester of NewsBreak.
Welcome to this edition of NewsBreak. I'm Scott Hebertson.
And I'm Marquis McLean.
2 gardens on campus give faculty and staff at the U the chance to have fresh fruits and vegetables. Lena Palmer has the story.
The edible campus gardens are 2 gardens on campus, managed by the Sustainability Resource Center. There are 4 paid stewards who work at the gardens, but the gardens rely mostly on student volunteers.
And what we do is, throughout the year, we try to produce food and host volunteer sessions that students can come to learn how to garden, to take home healthy produce, to kind of get more into the sustainable lifestyle.
The campus gardens use and teach organic gardening methods.
We don't use pesticides, we don't use herbicides, we don't use chemicals, and on large-scale monocrop farms, those are applied and then they go downstream and they affect communities that are downstream, generally lower income communities, and that's an environmental injustice.
The produce grown in the gardens are sold at the farmers market, used in restaurants on campus, and enjoyed at home by the volunteers. Volunteers come from different backgrounds and levels of experience.
I don't know much about gardening, so that's why I'm here.
Isabel Fernandez, who was volunteering for the first time, said that she plans to be back.
Oh yeah, definitely. Just like, I haven't been here for that long, but I can tell this is a really awesome place.
To get involved or to learn more, contact U of U Campus Gardens at gmail.com or find them on Facebook. I'm Lena Palmer reporting for NewsBreak.
The cost to attend the U is rising for the 2015 to 2016 academic year. Emily Cruz is live in studio with Kathy Anderson, the Assistant Vice President, to discuss how this will affect students. Over to you, Emily.
Thank you, Scott. We're fortunate to have Kathy Anderson, the Associate Vice President of Budget and Planning. Kathy, can you please explain the reason why they increased tuition?
Sure. So tuition is going up 3.5% for all students for next academic year. The increase, although it's the lowest since 2000, will impact students. Part of the increase will be used for salary increases. Although the legislature approved 2% for salary increases, they only fund 75% of that, and we have to fund the other 25% of that 2% out of tuition.
Okay, thank you. And what type of benefits does this offer to the university?
So the benefits are, this will help students in one area for student advisors to help them with their academic planning. Another area would be for teaching assistants and faculty members in research labs and et cetera in the lab classes.
Okay, thank you. Will this also increase the productivity of labs?
Yes, so as you know, having the good faculty and having TAs there to help our students will increase the benefits that they get out of those classes.
Okay, thank you for being here, Kathy.
Thank you for having me.
Secrecy Week at the University of Utah hosted a special collections event for unique books at the Marriott Library. Matt Lindsay has the details.
Secrecy Week, a week put on by the English department in the College of Humanities. The week was held from April 6th to April 10th. On Thursday, April 9th, there was an event dedicated just to books. But not just any books. These particular books were either banned, forbidden, censored, or any other way to be kept from public consumption. Louise Polton, the managing curator of the Rare Books Division and Special Collections at the library, was in charge of this event.
Banning of books began in the manuscript era in the Middle Ages and has never stopped.
For this event, Louise had to choose 40 books out of the 80,000 the library has to offer. Of these books at the event, the dates ranged from the 14th century all the way to 1951.
I have examples of books that were literally censored by hand by censors who signed their names on the copy from the 16th century. I have books that were printed, but the information as far as where it was printed and by whom is completely false, so that whoever did the printing wouldn't get caught by the authorities.
If students want to see these books or any other of these rare books, Special Collections is open Monday through Friday, 8 to 6, and Saturdays.
The University Department offers innovative and hands-on classes to help you gain the experience you need to reach your career goals, such as Voices of Utah, taught by Professor Mingan.
Voices of Utah is an online multimedia reporting project. It's really an important class for getting out into the community, for learning more about your community. Every semester we focus on a different group in Salt Lake City or in Utah, and students go out and learn more about that community and its issues and topics and problems.
Video game enthusiasts, there's a program on campus just for you. Daryl Lindsay has the story.
Video game lovers are flocking to the University of Utah to study game design, engineering, and production. The Princeton Review has just named the U a top school for game design, with a #1 national ranking for graduate students and a #2 ranking for undergraduate.
My favorite thing about the program is that most of the courses are project-based, which means that by the end of the class you have something really cool to show off. Now I'm making a couple video games in my other classes, and by the end of the class they should be done playable video games, which is really fun.
EAE aims to quickly familiarize students with industry-standard tools and cutting-edge technology that will keep graduates relevant in the ever-changing gaming industry. Instructor Alex Johnstone says that this can be challenging for new students.
A lot of students come into the program with the expectation that producing games will be a lot like playing games. And the harsh reality is that it's a lot harder, and it takes years of trial and error and training to get to a point where you understand how to use the tools.
Students in computer science, film, and art majors all have the opportunity to add entertainment arts and engineering as an emphasis, and these students work together across departments, contributing their specific skills to design projects.
The team aspect is really rewarding, but it's also definitely the most challenging bit. The communication between the artsy side and the technical side can be a big struggle.
The graduate program on campus is competitive. However, the undergraduate emphasis in entertainment arts and engineering is available to any student interested in game design, granted they complete the required prerequisites. This is Daryl Lindsay reporting, NewsBreak.
Daryl Lindsay is in studio with Lainey Dixon to learn more about the EAE program. Over to you, Daryl.
We are here with Lainey Dixon, who is involved with the Entertainment Arts and Engineering program. Lainey, could you tell us a little bit about your involvement with the program and what you do?
Yeah, so I'm actually a psychology student, which is kind of an interesting fit working with the EAE program. My future goals is really being a games user researcher, which really understands the players of games. And so for me, it's really important to understand how I can do the research and understanding the players, as well as working with designers and developers, which I can do here with the EAE program. Since it's #1, we have so many great instructors and professors and students that it's a perfect opportunity and place for me to study that.
So as I was meeting with people from the EAE program, I did notice that it seemed pretty predominantly male. And I'm wondering, just as a woman, what has been your experience here at the U and even within the larger gaming community as a female?
It's a great opportunity to be here with this program. They really recognize that there are a lot of women that are trying to get in, and I think the greater industry as a whole is really starting to see this big change. I've personally really been welcomed in and just seen that it's just a really great time right now. And that's good. I think things are changing and moving towards that. But we definitely are still outnumbered.
Yeah, absolutely. And it still feels to me like it's a struggle for a woman to become involved in video game design and become
successful in that field. I'm wondering if you agree. I'm wondering what, even within the larger gaming community outside of the U, it sounds like the U's been very welcoming. But what has that been like for you?
For me, it's been interesting, just kind of trying to understand where I fit in and how we fit in as a whole. But I think that it is a progressive change moving forward, which is wonderful, because I think that there's so many women that want to get into games that now is just such a great time, and those resources are becoming more available, and people are really starting to look towards women for those positions as well.
I want to ask you, and bear with me, I just want to ask you, why do you think it's such a great time now for women?
Because I think there's just an awareness that it is a little lopsided, and that happens. It's that way in a lot of different industries, but as a whole, the gaming industry is growing. It's fairly young, and people are starting to recognize that maybe we need some additional people, and we need some different points of view, and that's great. So that really opens up that window for women.
Do we have any specific resources on campus for women?
Not yet, but we are really looking to develop something over the course of the summer, so that we're really prepared going into next semester in the fall.
Where can people find information about that if something were to come up over the summer for women?
We're definitely going to try and just get it posted around campus, try and get it up on the EAE Facebook page, and just try and get it out on social media as well as the website for them.
Okay. Well, Lainey, thank you so much for coming in. Please stay tuned. Look at the EAE Facebook page for more information available to women in games. Back to you guys at the anchor desk.
Be sure to check out our YouTube page, NewsBreak Utah. I'm Marquis McLean.
And I'm Scott Hebertson. Thanks for watching.